I'm happy to be here. It's a great honor and privilege to be in a gathering of great minds and personalities. I want to say a big thank you to the Next Einstein Forum for making this possible. Being a NEF Fellow comes with a lot of expectation and spotlight, but I like it anyways. I believe that Dr. Joseph Ben-Gelun and I are the first NEF Fellows to have studied exclusively in Africa from kindergarten to PhD. That makes our inclusion even more special, and I can't wait to build a scientific career that Africa will be proud of. I started school in the Francophone and war-torn zone, Central African Republic. For my bachelor's, I pursued 2 degrees in mathematics and physics simultaneously. At 19, I obtained 2 master's degrees from the University of Bangui. After becoming Nigeria's youngest PhD holder and being awarded the Best Researcher Award of the Year in 2014, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos gave me a $40,000 award scholarship for me to pursue my postdoctoral studies at Harvard for 1 year. It turns out that I'm the first Nigerian to do a postdoc in mathematics at Harvard. My friend Esole from the admission committee wondered how could this be. He argued that no matter how the successful candidates, most foreign successful candidates come from countries like China and Japan at postgraduate levels. They are students with high GRE subject scores and well-proven track record in world-acclaimed Olympiads. His argument was that no matter how good the dossier of an African student might be, it is not really possible to gauge it appropriately, because being the best in a program at an unproven university cannot be appropriately gauged. I might be the first to have achieved many of these things, but I don't want to believe that I'm the only one who can. There are many more, but they are hidden. They are hidden because of the system. They're hidden because of a system of subpar opportunities that kills the aspiration of young aspiring scientists, youth with great desires, but they don't have the means that match their scientific ambition. Eventually they get limited in their pursuit of quality research, limited in their pursuit of, in their ability of being able to put to bed what could be brilliant ideas, limited in their exposure to science trends. And if they should continue in such a system, they would likely pursue higher degrees and promotions within the academic circle just for the sole purpose of financial empowerment. Soon they will join the throng of stars that failed to shine. I would like to, using the beauty of mathematics, to help to propose some ideas, some philosophies about how the next Einstein could be revealed from Africa. I'm a pure mathematician and a physicist. My present research is on quantum unique ergodicity conjecture. Now, one could explain that simplistically as the problem of hearing the shape of a drum. How can one infer the information? How can one infer the shape of a drum by the sound it makes? Consider, for example, a hall. In a well-designed concert hall, you have every note of the music is heard at every seat in a uniformly and evenly distributed way. On the opposite side, you could have whispering galleries where the sound is accentuated in some specific areas. Now, how does the shape of the hall determine the well-distribution of the music? Now, behind this simplistic way of explaining my research work lies some technical and boring theoretical framework. In order for me to put all this together, I need mathematical tools. I need tools like manifolds, which are objects, which are surfaces, closed surfaces. I also need tools like charts and atlases. I need also some sort of pullback functions, so some sort of one-to-one correspondence that will help me transfer the mathematical structure from one space to the other space. I need also to glue the data. Now, as the mathematicians have learned that to construct a manifold, I need to put together charts to glue them together, and also, in order for me to construct atlases, I need to put together compatible charts. And I want to use that illustration and use mathematics to view the problems of Africa, and I want to view the solution to Africa's challenges in terms of science as a manifold that needs to be constructed. A manifold that needs to be constructed, to have data glued together, data of compatible maps, data of compatible charts. So considering Africa as a manifold, considering the solution to African problems as a manifold, and considering different countries and different initiatives. We have the AIMS, we have the NMI and all, considering them as different charts that need to be glued together, we can then talk about how to solve the challenges of Africa and how to make science to move forward. What if we have some sort of push functions, or will I say push forward function, or pull back functions, in a way that we can transfer the structure of the West in terms of education to Africa, facilitating a sort of free-flowing geodesic of knowledge that could infer the establishment of virtual universities that could reach remote societies, remote areas, just with the use of the internet, the use of a shelter, and the use of a projector. And then one could have some sort of data gluing that we glue together abstract and applied research. In the time evolution of science in Africa should be viewed in a dualistic way, just as in science, as the duality between quantum and classical. We could view it and tackle it in a dualistic way. On one hand, considering and developing research and education. On the other hand, developing and helping the youth to have more innovation and invention. On one side, having the applications, applied research, develop in order to tackle present application, present day challenges, and also on the other hand, having pure mathematics develop for future purposes. I believe that Africa is a reservoir of talent. I believe that Africa is a reservoir of great, aspiring young researchers, and with proper optimization of available funding, with a proper focus on young, early research, early education, we'll be able to give rise to the next Einstein and live to enjoy dividends. God bless Africa. Thank you.